Hi, I'm going to do this video a tad bit different. This is basically the Narcissist 101 video. There will be plenty more. I have lots of experience with dealing with narcissists. Still quite haven't cleared the field with that, but these are just kind of my notes on what to know, how to know if you've actually been a victim of a narcissist. Everything is just kind of written here that is my experience, but it is also including lots of actual facts, lots of psychology when it comes to it. So I wrote it out this time instead of just kind of sitting here talking. I have a lot of knowledge to give here, and so this is just a little different of a video. So we'll start off with this person probably came into your life with some sort of sob story about how their ex wronged them, and your new boo will immediately relate to you. You relate to them. You feel sorry for them. But this is just a tool that the narcissist uses later to justify his or her behavior. An example would be that the ex cheated, or she or he was on their phone a lot, had close friends of the same or opposite sex that turned out to be more than just friends. So when your new boo sees you talking or texting friends of any sex, it gives them anxiety. You want to reassure your boo that you're trustworthy. So you put your phone down for a time, and your boo gets your full attention. You give them what they want to help reassure them to build the trust that is necessary in a relationship. You want to let them know that you are trustworthy. You put it down for a time, but this is just how it starts. Over time, you're accustomed to doing so much wrongdoing and made to feel so guilty that you start questioning if your own morals and habits are bad. I will reassure you that good or bad, they are your own. You should never let another person's insecurities affect how you view your morals. This changes with a healthy discussion of why things might need to change, if it's something that you and you alone want to change, but you should never change simply to make someone who is insecure feel more secure. That's what trust is for. But when you're in a relationship with a narcissist, they probably already have you kind of sucked in by now. We make the changes anyway. We give a little more and a little more until we are accustomed to the new shell of a person that we've become, in order to feed the narcissistic supply of our boo. This will slowly break us down into the pliable, moldable version of ourselves. This is where your boo starts the gaslighting. Gaslighting, by definition, is a tactic of psychological manipulation that makes a victim doubt their own memory, perceptions, morals, judgment, friendships, and eventually your sanity. This can be done many different ways, such as denial, lies, directing your attention elsewhere, contradiction, and hypothetical situations to deter you from what you believe to be true. The term comes from a play called Gaslight, in which the husband dims the gaslighting in his home and convinces his wife that she's imagined the whole change. If we stick to the phone analogy, comments like, "You tend to ignore me and choose your phone daily over spending your time with me," can quickly make you rethink your choices. In a world where we live with in our cell phones, really, not even just with our cell phones, we live in our cell phones all of the time. It seems innocent enough, but this can quickly escalate to all of your male friends are just waiting for an opportunity to take you out, or your males and females can't just be friends. So what's really going on between you? This can make you question your view on this subject, the friends involved. We give in over time is essentially what it boils down to. This isolates you from your family and your friends, and even who you are inside, because no one can be trusted anymore. Especially when your boo follows it up with, "I'm the only one you can trust. It's you and me against the world forever, babe." This tactic can be used to target your trust in others, your self-esteem, your ability to think for yourself, the support that you have to get out of the relationship if needed, your financial and emotional stability, and it makes you reliant on them and them alone. This ensures that you'll continue to feed their narcissistic supply for as long as they and you allow it. Many of us see that caring and wonderful person that they started off as, and we hold on to that ghost for the remainder of the relationship. Sometimes we even hold on to that ghost after the relationship has dissolved. We see that beautiful potential of that warm, wonderful human being, and we fail to see that this human being that started this was a lie, a sham, and a fake. It was the bait to lure you into giving freely of yourself. The monster that he or she has become is the real person. The monster is not who you loved, so you expect them to have the ability to change. They don't. And you feel responsible because they've conditioned you to be that way. I'm here to tell you that while you did make choices in your life that led to this, you did it with good intentions. The narcissist did not. Whether he or she is aware of their problem is not the issue. What is the issue is that he or she has lied to you and allowed you to fall in love with a lie. He or she did so to break you down and watch you crumble. This is not your fault. You made choices, and so did the narcissist. The narcissist chose to make you into someone he or she wanted you to be by playing on all of your tender spots. People who love you will not do that. They will want to ease your pain, not because they have inadvertently caused it, but because they don't want to see you in pain at all. Narcissists will ease your pain to be your hero and skip over the fact that they are responsible for causing the wound to begin with. And we fall for it over and over again because we want the beautiful soul that we met in the beginning to come back and make us happy again. The only beautiful soul in this relationship is you, the one who has endured so much. You are the only beauty here. Never, ever forget that. That's the end of what I wrote, but I will talk a little bit about my personal history with narcissism. I was made to believe that I was fat, ugly. I was made to believe that I was a whore, which is a very tender word for me. I was made to believe many things that are highly untrue. I was made to believe that men and women cannot have relationships outside of romantic relationships. This is not true either. One ex counted my calories, wanted me to just be aware of how many calories I was intaking in one meal. It was unfair. It was untrue. The calories might be true, yes. My ability to lose the weight came with resolving that relationship. I lost the weight along with the man. My self-esteem skyrocketed, not because I lost the weight, but because I no longer had that downer involved. I was made to feel like I was ugly, that over time, as the person got to know me, I became less and less attractive, which gave them the ability to cheat, gave them the ability to push me down into a place that was comfortable for them. It got me to a state where I felt like I wasn't good enough, so I would do anything. Anything for that love, that wonderful human being, just to come back for 5 minutes. And no matter what, even if they came back for 5 minutes, it literally was only 5 minutes. The whore. This has happened in several relationships. I mostly get along with guys. I'm very down to earth, matter of fact. I don't bullshit. I don't like getting my hair and nails did. I'm sorry, but that's just not me. I'm kind of a rough and tumble girl. I don't mind making perverted and dirty jokes. I have sarcasm for days. I just tend to click better with guys. They don't take it personally. They don't hold grudges. It just is what it is. You enjoy each other's company. You walk the hell away. My best friend is a man. Been in my life for 3 years. He's been the largest supporter of me, even when we did not speak, which the last relationship, we didn't speak at all. It dissolved when this new relationship picked up, and I was woman enough to apologize when it ended. Because the same way I was hurt, I hurt in return, and that wasn't fair of me. So he has been my emotional support, my goalpost, my end zone, the place to focus when I was not in the game. I needed somebody that just kind of pushed the thought in my head that I was better than this, that I could do it, I'm stronger. And a lot of people do say those things, but a lot of people don't know how to get you there. He's one of those rare individuals that knows how to get me there. And after every breakup, he has stood in that position and told me that the crown needs to go back on my head and I need to pick up the pieces of my castle and act like the queen I am. And I'm okay with that. That is fantastic. I do have a close female friend that is the same way. She actually told me those very words. She said that I needed to put my crown back on my head and pick up the pieces of my golden castle. And that is exactly what I'm doing through these videos. I am finding myself through reaching out and helping all of you. So, the word whore comes from the fact that I am not to have male friends usually without them wanting something in return. And while guys do have a reputation of having a much higher libido and much lower standards, it does not always mean that your male friends are waiting for the opportunity to just get you in the sack. That is definitely not the truth. What is the truth is that there will be some that are waiting for that opportunity, yes. But there are plenty more that just want to see you shine. They can just be a friend. Maybe they're in a relationship, maybe they're not. It's not important. What's important is that males are capable of friendships with females without the sex. It is possible. So, when a narcissist comes in your life, they will use that as a tool or a tactic to isolate you. It doesn't make their words true. I forget who said the quote, but a half-truth is a whole lie. They tell a lot of half-truths so that you see like, oh, well, you know what? Half of that is true, so the other half must be too. And that is not true. Not at all. Part of it is still a lie. It is still debatable. It is not 100% accurate. So having opposite sex or same sex, depending on, what your sexual orientation is, it's just another tool. I have a long history where I am friends with a few exes that it just didn't work out with. Or maybe we tried it and we were better as friends, so we kept it as friends. I was able to draw that line, that barrier, that boundary. That's what trust is. I trust they won't cross that boundary. They trust I don't cross that boundary. That's all there is to it. Being in a relationship with a narcissist means they're going to try and isolate you. So it is just one more weapon to be used against you. Long story short, if I didn't give up my relationships with those other people, that meant that I was choosing those people over my significant other, who displayed many narcissistic personality traits. And this happened in several relationships. It's not just one. It happened in several. And when the relationship would dissolve and it would be over, I would be left to pick up the pieces by myself, which is pretty normal with a narcissist too. They move on fairly quickly. They have zero compassion for you. That empathetic human being that you got to know in the very beginning was a total lie. You are the empathetic one. You are the one who is full of compassion and understanding and empathy for other people, which is what makes you such a beautiful target for them. It doesn't mean that you change who you are. It doesn't mean that you let them win and you become jaded and bitter in the end. It doesn't mean you become unkind. You need to be you. If you are not you, who wins? Do they win? They've changed you permanently. They've changed the core of your being. That is not fair. You are important. You're worthy. Whatever you are going through, you will continue to get through. Every narcissist that I went through until I break the cycle, but the last relationship has me questioning that. When I break the cycle, and even this particular time around, I thought that I was more broken in the beginning, but I am less broken. I can put my pieces back together because I know where they belong. I know how fast it takes me to do that. It's like a Rubik's Cube. You look at it all puzzled the first time around, wondering how things got the way they were. You want answers. You have questions because you want to better yourself. You want to better the next relationship and benefit from whatever you've gone through. The other person doesn't care. The other person is not concerned with you bettering yourself. They broke you down for a reason. It's not fair. It's not perfect. What is perfect is the person you can become. No one is 100% perfect. But if we can be the perfect version of ourselves, each and every time a relationship like this happens, we become winners. We become the better person. We don't let them win. There will be many more videos on narcissism. I have plenty of knowledge to share. I dealt with it for many years in many different types of relationships, not even just romantic relationships. I dealt with it in many different ways. What's important at the end of the day is that you don't question your sanity. I have gone through so much. I know that at the end of a relationship, a narcissist will tarnish your name. They will make you look like you are insane, unstable, stalkerish. There's many words they can use for your willingness to want answers, to better all things benefit from the relationship itself, or to even try to fix the relationship before you recognize that you're dealing with someone who can't be fixed. It is not okay. In those moments, you don't feel okay. Sometimes I still don't feel okay. I still question myself. I have lots of doubts. I am far from perfect. But after everything I've been through, I am still standing. And there is a crown that is on my head. I don't need the world to see it. I know it's there. When I get up every day, I get to be the queen of my life. I am the boss. I don't need to be your boss, but I need to be the boss of my life. And that's the important thing, is that when all is said and done, you pick up the pieces of your castle and you put the crown back on your head. and you remember who you are. Queen, king, whomever. Remember who you are, because you are worth it. You are worthy. And what a narcissist says is not reality. If they lied to you so many times in a relationship, what makes you think that is not a lie too? You're better than that. You're smarter than that. You are more beautiful, more compassionate inside and out. You deserve so much more. So go out there and get it. Stand tall. Pour steel into your backbone. Hold your head high. Plaster a smile on your face. And love who you are. Some way, somehow, on some day, you're going to meet the perfect person for you. And things won't be perfect all the time. But when those red flags start flying, decide if it's a flag you can deal with or it's a flag you can't deal with. Don't excuse them away. Don't make them anything other than what they are. And if at the end of the day you think it's going to break you, end the relationship. No matter how great they seem, you deserve someone who is not going to push red flags in your face. You deserve so much more. Go be the queen or king that you are supposed to be. Y'all have a good night.